Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel, and I have a little flip through for you today of 2 journals. Now they're not done, so it's just kind of an update on these 2 journals. I kind of got far along with them before I shared them. I kind of just was, you know, having fun, and said I better stop and share where I am, because I kind of promised I would do that in I started these on my lunchtime crafting videos, and we started the covers together, and then I just kept on going. You know, at home this weekend, and you know, Friday night and things, I worked on them. So it's Sunday already, and this is where I'm at. But they're coming out really cute and pretty. So just to show you, in case you are making book journal or just want to see my progress on these, I had gotten 4 book covers ready. I started on them on that lunchtime craft video. I think that was last Thursday, and then I decided to do these 2 first and just kind of focus on these 2 because they're the same size pretty much, if you can see that, and that makes it really easy to cut the pages, because you're cutting for 2 books all the same size. So it's awesome when that works out. I don't think I've ever done that before. I've always made it hard on myself and done all different, you know, sizes and shapes at the same time. And so I finally said, you know what, let's just do these 2. These are the same size, and that'll be cool. So that's what I did, and I have 3 more hardback book covers that I want to do. And, you know, lots of other stuff I want to do. So let me just show you what I did with these. Let's just show you this one first. I added this little snowflake. I added a snowflake onto both of them. This one I added just for, you know, looks. And this one I added to cover up. There was a little marker from probably this, wherever this came from. There was a little F here, like that means it was going in the trash type of thing. And so, yeah, it was a little like a marker. So I used this snowflake to cover up that letter. And then this one I just used for looks. But I thought it was really, these snowflakes are really pretty. They're little snowflakes that I make with my paper punch that I have. That's a snowflake, so really neat. And then, so the fabric on this one that I use is the fabric I got from Laura. It was Christmas fabric, and you can see how pretty that is, and the colors just went so well with this cover. The cover doesn't have a lot of color, but it does have green words here. I mean red words. I'm looking at the green trees. Red words down here, and then it has the green trees, and it has green little touches on the church. So I picked out this green and red fabric, and it looks really pretty on here. There's a little baby on the back wrapped in red blanket, red and white blanket. So, and then I added this pretty vintage trim here, or lace, or I don't know if that's tatting. I'm not sure. I'm not a tatting expert, but anyway, whatever it is, it's really pretty, and I added it like that to the cover. So that's the cover so far on the outside. And then I put some of that same fabric on the inside here, the inside cover you can see. This inside cover had all these pretty green Christmas trees. Didn't want to cover, you know, I didn't want to cover them up, so I didn't. I left it like that. So as you open up the book, it'll look like this, kind of when it has the pages sewn in, you know, kind of like that, on front and back. And then I added a lot of pages here. I've got 2 signatures ready to go, and I think I've got all the pages in. I just have to see what sewing I want to do before I sew in the signatures. But lots of pretty pages. I used, I have a Christmas paper pack that is kind of cardstocky, or it is cardstocky. It's not kind of cardstocky, it is cardstocky. So like here on this one, these had a pattern. These have a pattern, or you know, something on one side, and they were white on the back side. So what I did to all of the backs that I've used in these 2 journals, I spritzed them with green coloring. So they're all this pretty green coloring. Hopefully you can see that well. But yeah, and it went with the paper. I thought the green color went with Christmas, and it went with the paper. So they all have that pretty green spritz on the back of the cardstock scrapbook paper. And this one I made some pockets, as you can see here. I'm going to sew these on. So that's part of the sewing I have to do. I'm going to sew down the sides here. And I made a little, I always make this little V, or try to remember to make this little V, so it's a little bit easier to get into the pockets because this is left open. So it's a little bit easier to get things in and out of the pockets when you have this little V in the middle and it's left open like that. So that's the pocket, one of the pocket pages in here. Then I put a page from this is my mom's music here, that I put a page from her music that I copy dyed. Some ledger paper, and this is, you know, when you see this pretty pattern paper, that's the cardstock Christmas paper that I have. Some of them, I'm calling this my cranberry paper because of the color for the Christmas journals. And then, you know, more pretty paper. This is coffee dyed paper. And there's a vintage card in each one. On this one, I think all the cards I tried to put this, I think I put all green paper in all the cards. And it's green dye lined paper. And I put it in all the cards. Some of the cards had writing, like this one had writing over here on this side. They are used vintage cards, okay? Christmas cards. And they're pretty. I thought they were all pretty. I picked up pretty ones and put this lined paper in here. This side didn't have words on it, but I just thought it would be neat to have the lined paper for writing. And this side needed to, I thought the words needed to be covered up. Not that you didn't, you know, couldn't see them, just that I thought, you know, that if I had a journal, that's probably what I would like to, if I was making this for me, that's what I would like is, you know, a nice place to write inside of this card. So, and it goes like this, you know, it'll be like this in the journal. And then this is a calendar page, and it was a Christmassy one with the, you know, has a cardinal, red cardinal here, and little mailbox full of Christmas presents. And then the back part is a calendar, and that's a little flip over. I might sew this down right here, so that's a tuck spot. I'll probably do that. And then here is, you know, more pretty cardstock. This is a Christmassy paper bag I put in here, and this is going to be a pocket. So, and then this is some music. This is a Christmas music book that I had that I put a page in here from. And this is a holiday stationery that I coffee dyed. And then, so that's in here, and I'll probably sew these down also, where I have some flip overs here. And then those will be tuck spots. And then the middle page here, pretty green spritzed page. So that's the first signature, you know, as far as you've seen everything then, you know, that's the back half of the first signature. So the next signature, some more pretty cardstock, and it's the same type of papers in here, you know, just same type but different. Here's the card in the second signature. I put a card in both signatures. Here's this one with the pretty green lined paper. And then this is from the music book, you know, the Christmas music book, the calendar again, but a different page. The holiday paper, and then the back half will be, you know, the same as the front half. So there's going to be, you know, 2 pockets in both signatures, so that's 4 pockets. There's going to be probably 2 tucks, side tucks in each signature, so that's 4 side tucks, and the paper bag. And I thought about adding an envelope. I don't know if I will add any more pockets or envelopes, but that seems like it's plenty right there if I didn't add any more. And you can see I have quite a few pages. It's I think it's a total of, if you count the pages, it's a total of 30 pages or 60 fronts and backs, I believe. And then just to let you know the size of these journals, these are 5.5 by about 6 3/4. So that's how many pages and how the size. And the spine is actually, I think I did a 1.5 inch spine. Yeah, 1.5 inch spine. So, you know, nice size little altered book, or not altered book, repurposed book journals. So those are, and you can see they're getting quite chunky already, and I haven't even added ephemera yet. That's why I'm like, I think I better stop here because once I add ephemera, they're going to be a little bit more, you know, getting a little bit more super chunky and then just chunky. So this is the other book. You can see I added a red. I tried several different, this one I had a little, I was picturing this, but I couldn't find it. So I tried several other fabrics. And I was like, well, I'm just going to, because I was picturing this and I thought I had it. And I was like, I'm just going to have to go out and find some fabric that looks like this because I had this in my head. And then once I had this in my head, I couldn't make the other fabrics work. And I just was really puzzled because I thought, you know, why do I have this fabric in my head and I don't have it? And I have all this fabric. Why can't I find one that I can use, you know, without going shopping and buying fabrics? And then I found it. So finally I found it. Here it is. And it's not, where it was in my scraps. That's why I didn't think to look there. I looked in my little folded pieces that I have in 2 drawers here in my craft room. And the other one that I showed in my craft room reorganization video, but then I found it in my scraps, so I put it here on the spine, some of that trim again, that same trim that I used on the other one, see, and it's the same size, I believe, yeah, 5.5 by, yep, 6 3/4, yep, it really is the same size, 1.5 inch spine, and then here's the back. So I covered up the back because it was white. It was a white back. It wasn't pretty like this pretty blue front with, you know, the bird and Mary and the baby Jesus in the manger. And there's a little squirrel here. And I thought this front was so pretty. And I didn't do anything besides wipe it off, you know, and make sure it was clean. But I just love it the way it is. I didn't put book corners on or try to do anything doctoring around here because I think it's just such a vintage charm. I just really, really love it. And that's why I chose this book to make a journal out of, because I just really love the cover just the way it is. So, but the back was white. And so it was kind of looked, even after I wiped it down, it looked like a dirty white back cover. And so I decided just to cover it with this fabric. And you can see how pretty it is now, all red and flowery. So anyway, that's how it is. So I hope you like that. So as we open this one, the inside of this cover had these pretty pictures in here. This very blue, vintage, kind of a soft blue or a gray blue kind of picture, and I just love that. So I did not want to cover that up. I mean, just look how pretty. This with the birds and the little border here, and this one has the birds and the birds flying and like a little castle in the back with a scene, like it looks like it's probably meant to be snow and the evergreens, and just so pretty. I could not cover that up. There is no way I could cover that up. So again, I made, you know, the same pockets and everything in here and tuck spots. So same type of, I won't go through every page again with you, but the same type of, you know, it's the same type of pockets, same similar pages. The cards are going to be different in each one, in each signature, because, you know, they're vintage cards and they're all different. Like, so here's the card in this one with the green paper. Something I didn't show you in the other one, which I'll find it in this one, show you. I did this one thing for both of the journals, but here's like the card in this one. Let's see, where's the front of the card in this one? If I can find it. Oh, there's the one thing I wanted to show you, but let me show you the card first. If I can find it here. Hold on. Yeah, you can kind of see the pages as I'm flipping through too. Oh, here's the card in this one. So there are four different Christmas cards, one in each signature. So one here, and one in the other two, and each of the other two signatures in the other journal. But really, you can see they're really cute cards and really pretty cards. but also I put one of these in each journal. This one has it in this back, but it's a flip up page. Like this just flips up and you can write under here, and you know, you can do things on the cover. And so that I did it on both sides of that. It's a flip up here too. So really, really coming out nice. So that's where I'm at with these journals. And next is sewing, to see what I need to, you know, sew down those pockets and see whether I want to sew in anything else before I move on to, after that we'll be sewing in the signatures and then putting in the ephemera, and I'll be back with the final flip through. But yeah, these are coming along nicely, so can't wait to get these going and get on to my next 3 hardcover journals, because those are all different sizes. So I'll probably do all those at the same time and just deal with the different sizes at that time. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back, and happy crafting.